is being recorded. Okay. Good. So, so the meeting is live. So I would request all the participants at the outset to kindly mute their audio. And when we want you to mute the video as well, we will certainly tell you in advance so that we improve the quality of the streaming of the program, so that the bandwidth improves when all of us put off our videos, but that's not required now. So very, very hearty welcome to everybody. Hardik Swagat to everybody. Welcome to all the participants, and of course a very big thanks to Seniors Today for making this program once again possible in season 2. As some of you might not know, we had season 1 of the A to Z of karaoke singing. We had originally, I still remember, I went through the session 1 today recording on YouTube, which I had also posted. Seniors Today also have their video posting of session 1 of season 1. And I realized that I had actually committed to say that we will have a maximum of 5 sessions. A maximum of 5 sessions. And the pleasant surprise is that we had in all 12 sessions in season 1. 12 sessions, overwhelming response, overwhelming participation, overwhelming enthusiasm, and kya batayein? I mean, it was fantastic. And to give us a flavor of that into the season 2, some of the seniors of season 1 are also present here. I also personally extend a hearty welcome to some of my friends from season 1 of the A to Z of karaoke singing. I don't want to take any specific names, but most welcome to all my erstwhile colleagues. We had a fantastic time, and I hope we'll get an opportunity to talk about it very briefly at the end of this session. So all of you have to switch off or mute your audios, please, because otherwise what happens is all the sound from your house will flow into this program, right? So just for preserving your own privacy, I would advise that kindly mute your audios. Mute your audio. The audio button is at the bottom left corner of your screen. It says, first one, there is an icon like a mic, which you have to mute, so that immediately there is a red line across, which to say that it has been muted. Next to that is the video icon, which you can again mute if you want to mute your video as well. Okay, so we will go along as we also give you some guidelines like this once in a while. So just to give you a genesis of this program, it was actually suggested by Seniors Today that I should do a program on how to sing ragas, how to identify ragas and things like that. So Abhishek ji from Seniors Today had spoken to me. So I was a little, what shall I say, challenged by that question, because I'll tell you a secret very soon. So when he suggested that we should do a program on ragas and how to teach, how to sing ragas to the seniors and so on, I actually told him that many of the seniors, the good news is that many of the seniors beyond 60 have already started pursuing their passion, whatever that may be, whether it's gardening, whether it's cooking, whether it is learning Sanskrit, whether it is reciting Bhagavad Gita or whatever, right? So those who are really passionate about learning ragas would have already anyway enrolled themselves in some program or the other. So why not we do a program which will address hundreds and hundreds more of the seniors who are all waiting to sing. We have all sung when we were children or when we were in college or things like that, and then the career that we pursued, whatever the career that we might have pursued, has not given us the opportunity, or we didn't have the time or the inclination to pursue our passion. तो सब कुछ भूल गए थे हम लोग, गाना भी भूल गए हम लोग, बट द फैक्ट रिमेन दैट हम गा सकते हैं, हम गा सकते हैं और गाना भी गाना यानी गाना चाहते हैं, दैट इज़ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट. दिल चाहता है, गाना 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 गाने चाहते हैं हम लोग, isn't it? So the point is, what I'm trying to say is from where I come, and I'm sure most of you reflect or will relate to whatever I'm saying, because all of us want to sing, and that's my personal belief in any case. हर एक हम में गा सकते हैं, that is my personal belief. We'll come to that. So then I suggested to Abhishek कि why not we have a program and share whatever little that we have as an experience कि कैसे कैरियोके में गाते हैं, कैसे कैरियोके में गाना गाया जा सकता है, right? What are the do's and don'ts? What are the technicalities? What is a karaoke? What is an orchestra? What is the difference between the two? How difficult or easy it is to sing with karaoke? And so on and so forth. तो ये जो प्रश्न है ना, ये हमारे मन में बहुत दिनों से है. We have all been wanting to sing, but we don't know how. But today, thanks to technology, thanks to karaoke, thanks to technology which has actually brought us karaoke, we can all sing. We can all sing on the mic. We can all sing on the mic. We can all sing on Zoom. We can all do shows. We can all do solos. We can do programs on the stage via virtual, meaning through Zoom, etc., etc. Yani, the possibilities are endless thanks to technology. So then I told Abhishek that we do a program, and we named it A to Z of karaoke singing, and we launched it about 3.5 months ago or so, right? I remember 25th of January, we I think, or 27th of January, one day later after Republic Day, we launched this program in 2022. So already we are crossed 3.5, 4 months, right? So it was, the idea was brilliant, they liked it, and seniors today, for what they are known, इतने अच्छे लोग हैं कि क्या बताएं. I mean, they just accept any idea we give sincerely, and they just accept it genuinely, and they grabbed it, they embraced it, and they launched A to Z of karaoke singing. And there was no looking back, and some of the participants are here, senior participants, my God, I mean, they are so good, gems of people, and they are all talented. And the good news for the beginners who have joined this program, the good news is that many of the singers from A to Z season 1 are doing their own programs. They have already invested in the equipment, which may be less or more, that is according to their own pocket and affordability. They have all started to sing. They are in fact they are bombarding us with songs. यानी रोज you can see that there will be about 30-40 songs which are being shared, and यानी इतना टाइम भी तो नहीं है कि सभी गाने सुनाए जाए, लेकिन क्या करें. But then that shows their enthusiasm, and then there are a lot of people who listen to that, who are giving them suggestions, who are giving them feedback, who are giving them constructive criticism. So I think that is the community which seniors today wanted to create, and to that extent I think the program season 1 was a grand success. So once again, a very big thanks to everybody who made it possible. So as far as season 2 is concerned, the format is not going to be very different, because जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि बॉक्स ऑफिस का जो फॉर्मूला होता है, तो उसका कोई बदलावट तो नहीं होगा, because then that's a box office formula. So it's a box office formula that I would not like to change. But yes, the delivery, the content, the explanation, the anecdotes, the demos that I give, or the examples that I give may all be a little different each time. वो तो होना ही चाहिए. And so I would also like to start with 1 or 2 disclaimers, because sitting here you all should not think that I am an ustad, I am a big singer and all that. No, sorry. I am an ordinary person like you. The only difference is that, okay, एक बात तो ये है कि we are the pioneers in Chennai as far as karaoke singing is concerned. बस that credit तो हम तो लेना ही चाहेंगे ज़रूर. karaoke singing में हम लोग, यानी गीत गाता चल, जो मेरा जो ट्रूप है, which is now well known in Chennai, is a troupe which started with karaoke singing, and we started doing shows, we started doing programs. We also helped a few institutions to raise some funds. We contributed towards some क्या बोलते हैं उसको, noble causes, charity shows, etc. And so as of date, from 2012 end onwards, 2013 रख लीजिए, 2013 यानी अभी 9 साल हो गए, तो ये 9 साल, ये दो साल जो है कोविड का छोड़ दीजिए, ये 7 सालों में we have done more than 175 public appearances. 175 public appearances. Thank you so much. Yes, it's all ऊपर वाले का blessing है और क्या. So we have done some shows. We are known to be very professional in the way we present our programs, right? Very professional in the way we present our programs. So then what is it that I want to do? What is the first disclaimer? I am not trained. मैं तो बाथरूम में गाने वाला एक आम आदमी हूं सर, बस. क्या है डिफरेंस? ये है, फर्क ये है कि हम बाथरूम से स्टेज तक आ चुके हैं, बस. फर्क यही है कि हम बाथरूम में शुरू किए. वी स्टार्टेड इन द बाथरूम, आई स्टार्टेड इन द बाथरूम, एंड वी हैव फाइनली कम टू सम स्टेज. वेदर इट इज अ बिग स्टेज, छोटा स्टेज, मीडियम स्टेज, वो तो पता नहीं, ठीक है ना. So that is what I said I can share. So then the first disclaimer is that, well, I might be telling you how to sing on karaoke, but I am not a music expert. I am not a trained singer at all, right? But as I always say, I have an ear for music. An ear for music means sincere appreciation of any type of music. वो तो सभी में होना ही चाहिए, सभी में होना चाहिए. All of us should be able to appreciate any genre of music, whether it is jazz, whether it is western classical, whether it is Hindustani, whether it is bhajan, whether it is Carnatic music or folk music and things like that, Shastriya Sangeet, jo bhi hai, yeah. So we must have a good ear for music, we must appreciate. And so therefore, because of this ear for music, jo mera ye hai, ear for music, I had the good fortune of being invited to be a judge in several shows, live shows, reality shows जो बोलते हैं, and including in Seniors Today season 5. I was a winner of season 4, but I was called to be a judge in season 5, and today season 7 has been completed, I understand, right? So I have sat on as a judge, etc. So I am able to judge, but that doesn't again give me any expertise on music. So that is the second or the third disclaimer. The main disclaimer which I want to give is that because of my upbringing, because of the upbringing of most of you here who are attending this program, we all grew up on Bonvita. We all grew up on, those kinds of things, right? We all grew up on, let's say, Amritanjan, or we all grew up on so many things that are typical of the 50s and the 60s, right? But we also grew up mainly on a diet comprising of the films, Hindi films of 1950s, the 1960s and the 1970s. क्योंकि क्या हुआ, 1970s के बाद we all got absorbed, we all got sucked into the career aspirations. हम सब कुछ बनना चाहते थे, we all wanted to be there, do that, etc. ऑफिस में जाना था, कॉर्पोरेट में कुछ बनना था, ये वो, या बिजनेस में कुछ नाम कमाना था. जैसे बोलते हैं ना वो कयामत से कयामत सॉन्ग में, पापा कहते हैं, ठीक है ना. तो देन वी हैड टू डू वॉट एवर पापा कहते हैं, एंड सो वी फॉरगॉट. नॉट मी, लकीली नॉट मी, मोस्ट ऑफ अस फॉरगॉट. तो इंटरव्यू में जब हम बायोडाटा में क्या लिखते हैं हम लोग, हॉबीज, सिंगिंग, म्यूजिक, फोटोग्राफी. तो देन इंटरव्यू में पूछेंगे कि अच्छा आप अभी भी गाते हैं क्या. तो देन इमीडिएटली वी स्क्रैच आवर हेड एंड से, नो सर, व्हेन आई वाज अ स्टूडेंट आई यूज्ड टू सिंग, बट अभी सर कहाँ है सर टाइम. आई यूज्ड टू प्ले बास्केटबॉल, आई यूज्ड टू प्ले कराटे, वी यूज्ड टू से दैट, राइट? बट वी डोंट डू दैट, वी हैव फॉरगॉटन, वी हैव नो टाइम फॉर ऑल दैट. तो लकीली फॉर अस we have retired, most of us have retired actively from job or whatever it is, and today we all want to relive. We want to relive our childhood days. यही ना सर, मजा तो इसमें इसी में है ना. We want to relive our childhood days, we want to relive our college days. And what did we do in the childhood days, in the college days and the school days? सब कुछ तो बताना ही चाहते हैं हम लोग, सब कुछ बताना नहीं पड़ेगा, क्योंकि और कोई लोग सुनते होंगे, बीबी भी सुनती होगी, ठीक है ना. बट देन वी हैड आवर ओन what shall I say, infatuations. We had our own infatuations. We had our own crushes, as we call it, right? We had our own crushes. अभी कोई try कर रहा है यहाँ पे. We had our own likes and dislikes. We had our own friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, and so on and so forth. And we saw movies. We went and saw those movies 5 times, 6 times, just to see Vaijayanti Mala once again in the dance, or just to see Bindu doing her cabaret dance. I am being very frank and open. ये करते थे हम लोग. And we used to love those things. Or we used to go and watch Rajkumar deliver his dialogues with his, क्या बोलते हैं उसको, pipe, right? And so we want to relive those beautiful days. And so therefore a very big thanks to Seniors Today, which is an organization meant for seniors, directed at seniors, focused on seniors, to give them all the benefits, to give them all the gyan that they may be requiring, whether it is about health, whether it is about lifestyle, whether it is about music, whether it is about food, whether it is about exercises, whether it is about books, whether it is about films. So apart from all their programs, Seniors Today therefore have also given us A to Z of karaoke singing, and of course I was very happy to take that responsibility, right? So the disclaimer, which is a long disclaimer I described actually, is that we will be focusing on the 1950s, 60s and 70s. Why am I focusing only on the 50s, 60s and 70s? Have I got anything against Arijit Singh or anybody? Or Shreya Ghoshal? Kabhi nahi. Never. Because we are not familiar with those songs. हम सुनते नहीं हैं वो. लेकिन कितने बार आपने आराधना देखा होगा? How many times you would have seen Jewel Thief? How many times you would have seen Guide? There are records and records. Somebody says, I saw 30 times. Right? Anyway, I have also created a record. I have heard those songs 200 times. 300 times. I have heard some songs. We all have to hear those songs 200, 300 times so that it gets into our brain and we can sing to some extent that song, rendered by Mukesh or Manna Dey or whatever. So the language which I will be using will be the 50s, 60s and 70s. So somebody who is a youngster, who doesn't know anything about 50s, 60s and 70s, or much not have heard so much, or anybody else who doesn't know about the 50s and 60s and 70s may not be able to relate to whatever we are saying. Because we have been listening to Vivid Bharati, we have been listening to Radio Ceylon, we have been listening to Kohinoor Geet Gunjar, Bhule Bisre Geet, and of course the one and only Bina Ka Geet Mala. So we have all been listening to Bina Ka Geet Malas and Bhule Bisre Geet and all of that. And come Wednesday 8 o'clock, Khana Pina Sab Kuch Bhool. Everything was forgotten on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. The whole world go to hell. And we will go to our neighbor's house because the neighbor will have the radio or the transistor, or our parents will not allow us to listen to our radio because they will say film गाने सुनना तो नहीं चाहिए कभी, गाना तो करना ही नहीं है. There were households where there was a ban on film संगीत. In fact, the best example is Lata Mangeshkar. Lata Mangeshkar ji के घर पे film music was taboo. Only Shastriya Sangeet, or the Sangeet which will help the Mangeshkar family to stage their dramas and plays, because they were into theatre as well. But then see what Takdeer ka kya hai khel. ठीक है ना? So we have all grown up in this particular diet, I will call it. हम तंदुरुस्त आज हैं, So because of that diet of 1950s and 60s and 70s, right? So that is the only disclaimer. It is a positive disclaimer actually, that everybody will love what I am saying. Whoever is now listening to me will love what I am saying. But then that is also the condition, because somebody who does not understand, let us say even the Hindi language for that matter, or the songs, may feel a little out of place. But I can bet you that in Chennai, where we have been very successful, there are people and people who may not speak one sentence of Hindi, but they will tell you where you went wrong in that song from Guide. सचमुच आई एम टेलिंग यू, सचमुच मेरे पास इतने एग्जाम्पल्स हैं कि पूछो मत. आई कैन नरेट ए लिस्ट ऑफ 25 नेम्स ऑफ माई फ्रेंड्स हु मे नॉट नो हिंदी. ठीक है, बात करना तो नहीं आता होगा, राइट? And of course, Mr. Srinivasan also is a newcomer here. He is also present. He is of the same category, for example, right? I'm just using his example as a illustration, right? But that is the beauty of the songs. That is the strength. That is the power of those songs. कि इतना क्या बोलते हो, गहरी तरह से यानी दिल में बैठ गया कि बस. इनफैक्ट my desire, when I am cremated, for example, suddenly I remembered, that's why I am narrating it to you. My wish, which I have communicated to my family, that as and when I am cremated, like the pharaohs of Egypt, who were cremated or who were buried rather, with all the things that they liked, including toys, including sweets, including eatables, including books, playthings, toys, books, dresses, favorite things. These are my few of my favorite things. तो उनके साथ उनका burial होता था इजिप्ट में. So my request also is that one CD of each of the great singers should go with me. One CD of each of the great singers should go as a sample, as my contribution, as my passion, as my क्या बोलते हैं क्या there is no word in English also, I think, as my passion, that it should go with me. I will take them with me. I know I cannot carry it wherever I go. हम कुछ ले जा नहीं सकते, जैसे आए थे वैसे ही जाएंगे, लेकिन ये सब मेरे साथ जाएगा. That is the beauty of these songs. That is the beauty of these songs. And it is not the songs, it is the lyrics, it is the poetry. And the most important thing about the 1950s, 60s and the 70s, कि ये तीन जो decades हैं, कभी नहीं आएंगे सर, कभी नहीं आएंगे सर, कभी नहीं आएंगे. Not ever, never. Because the stars in the sky, they have all come together actually. Whether it is the lyricists, whether it is the music directors, whether it is the actors, whether it is the directors, whether it is the lyricists, whether it is the singers, the stars of all these people have come together. वो तो कभी 1000 साल में नहीं साथ में नहीं आएंगे सर, 1000 सालों में नहीं साथ में आएंगे. I can guarantee you that. I am getting very emotional while speaking about this. And we are so lucky. We are such a lucky generation, I am telling you, Saab, that we all have to clap for ourselves. That we are born in this generation, that we could see all this, that we could hear all this, and we could experience all this. कोई ऐसा जनरेशन नहीं होने वाला सर जिनको ऐसा एक क्या बोलते हैं उसको, ऐसा प्राप्त हो. सचमुच. इट इज नॉट इन माई स्क्रिप्ट. आई डोंट नो मैं क्या बात करते जा रहा हूं, पता नहीं मेरे को. It is not in my script, it is not in my dialogue. I prepared something else, I am talking something else. That is the power of this. That is the power of this program. And that's why this program comes into season 2. Such much, sir. Okay, so we have to go along. अभी तो program भी तो करना है, ठीक है ना? Okay, now, like in season 1, I am again being very, very conservative. ठीक है ना, cautious in saying that we may have 6 to 8 sessions. लेकिन मेरा काम जो है, it will be over in 4 sessions. मेरा काम जो है, because theory तो इतना ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकता, there has to be practice. My sessions will only be 4 in terms of Gyan. What are those 4 sessions? One session is today, which is that basic elements and structure of a song. Basic elements and structure of a song, of a typical film song. ये film song जो है, ये क्या चीज़ है? What does it comprise of? उसके अंदर क्या क्या कंपोनेंट्स जो है वो जाता है, क्या क्या कंपोनेंट्स जो उसमें जाते हैं, शामिल होते हैं उसमें. सेकेंड सेशन इज अबाउट नेचुरली ऑल अबाउट कैरोके. ये कैरोके क्या चीज़ है, ये टेक्नोलॉजी का ऐसा क्या चमत्कार है, व्हाट इज दिस सो ग्रेट थिंग अबाउट कैरोके एंड व्हाई इट हैज़ चेंज्ड आवर लाइव्स. Karaoke has changed our lives. Otherwise, we'll have been only bathroom singers. You have to give the credit to karaoke for that. Whoever may be we will see who is the inventor of karaoke, which country, this, that, etc. What is the third session? How to sing. What are the essentials of singing? ये जो do's and don'ts होते हैं, क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए, क्या ठीक से करना चाहिए रादर गाने में, गाने के लिए और गाने में भी, ठीक है ना. While singing and in the song, what are the do's and don'ts? Normally we commit all those mistakes. So let us try to see some of the typical roadblocks that we will come across. And the fourth thing, टेक्नोलॉजी का जो बात हुआ है अभी, तो देन व्हाट इज़ टेक्नोलॉजी, व्हाट इज़ दिस कैरियोके, कैसे कनेक्ट करते हैं. ये जो माइक है, ये जो एक मिक्सर के अंदर जाता है, वो मिक्सर से वो जो साउंड पूरा है, एक साउंड ऑडियो इंटरफेस के अंदर जाता है, ये जो मेरे पास है, और वहाँ से आपको ये जो डिवाइस जो है, ये कुछ भी हो सकता है, आईपैड हो सकता है, या इट कैन इवन बी अ स्मॉल phone. How does it get relayed into the Zoom? How does it go into YouTube? How does it go into Facebook? What are the equipments? What are the types of mics we should have? We should know about. What are the types of speakers? What is a mixer? What is a mixing of the vocal sound which I am now giving you by talking to you, and the sound of the track, which is the music, which is also called as BGM, background music. How do you mix it? How does it come in a balanced way? तो ये सब चीज़ें जो हैं, we will talk. I will bring one or two of my friends who have been in the earlier session also. They will also add a little bit technology wise, technicalities wise. थोड़ा कुछ जानकारी तो हासिल करना ही पड़ता है, so that we are quite okay. And some of my seniors, and I will be using some of my seniors of season 1 to talk about it, because they have also become like experts. Right? So I will be using some of them also. I'll give them an opportunity to speak, etc. ठीक है ना? And then the fifth session, 4 sessions तो हो गया. First one is elements of a song, structure of a song, etc. First session. Second session is all about karaoke. Third session is how to sing, what are singers' essentials. Fourth session is all about audio, video equipment for karaoke. And the fifth session will be a lot of demo sessions. We will ask some of the seniors to come and sing. Seniors from season 1 can also come and sing. They will demonstrate to us कि उन्होंने ऐसा क्या सीखा season 1 में, so that the proof of the pudding is in the season 1 में से जो हम इनको बुलाना चाहते हैं. ठीक है ना? Like for example, अभी देखिए ना, रमाकांत टंडन जी मेरे सामने हैं, उनको तो ज़रूर बुलाएंगे. श्रीराम जी हैं, उनको भी बुलाएंगे. So let them show you what they have learned. So my students, like alumni students, will come and tell you कि हमने ऐसा ऐसा सीखा, ऐसा ऐसा था. ठीक है ना? So then that also will be a good model to pursue. That's a good thing, and that I am thinking about. And not only 5th session, there could be 6th session, there could be 7th session, there could be 8th session also, when all of you from season 2 will also participate. So that is the program structure. So let me quickly come into the subject per se, right? Meaning that already we are half an hour into the program, so we have only another half an hour to go, but we can quickly talk just about what is the song, etc. ठीक है ना? So my basic premise for this program is हम सब गा सकते हैं. Every human being can sing. Let's start with that positive assertiveness. Let us make an affirmation that all of us can sing. Yes, we may be able to sing simple songs, some of us may be able to sing technical songs, some of us may be able to sing complicated songs, big songs, long songs, semi-classical songs, classical songs. वो तो है, that hierarchy is always there. But the point is, हम सबको गाना आता है, right? And music is such a beautiful therapy. Music has got lot of benefits. When we are sad, we listen to music. So, and when we are sad, what do we listen to? We listen to sad songs. So that means sad plus sad, यानी minus plus minus and minus will make you plus. 2 minus will make 1 plus. मेरे को इतना आता नहीं है अरिथमेटिक अलजेब्रा वगैरह, बहुत मुश्किल है मेरे लिए. I was a very poor math student, but I know minus and minus make it plus. So when our mood is bad, when our mood is sad, not bad, sad. When our mood is sad, we pick up a sad song and we become happy. वाह, क्या गाया है हेमंत कुमार ने, क्या गाया है KL साइकिल साहब ने, right? So, and when we are happy, we choose a happy song, we choose a sad song, we choose a song, we choose a fast song, we choose a tempo-filled song to make us come into the mood. माहौल जो है वो बनाने के लिए. But the point is, हम सब गा सकते हैं, लेकिन क्या है, what is holding us back? नहीं यार, मैं इतना अच्छा तो नहीं गा सकता हूं. यानी lack of self confidence. Let us accept it. Let us accept it. That is the truth. Shyness. Lack of self confidence. Restraint. नहीं पहले आप गाइए ना सर, उसके बाद हम गाते हैं. एंड देन व्हेन योर चांस कम्स, तो हमने तो गा लिया, अभी आप गाओ. सर नहीं सर, मुझे ज़रा प्रिपरेशन करना है, थोड़ा टेक्निकल है सर, मैं ज़रा प्रिपेयर करके, आप एक और गाना गाइए ना. तो आपका हमारा तो चांस आएगा नहीं फिर, बिकॉज वी डोंट वांट द चांस टू कम टू अस. ये देखिए आप साइकोलॉजी. एंड व्हेन समबडी सेज अच्छा तो फिर डिनर हो जाए, तो हम इमीडिएटली विल जंप, हाँ डिनर हो जाए, क्योंकि हमको गाना नहीं है ना. हाँ सर डिनर कर लेते हैं सर. तो देन दैट मैन विल से नहीं आपको तो गाना ही पड़ेगा, डिनर के बाद भी आपको नहीं छोड़ेंगे, आपको तो गाना ही है. तो देन यू विल से अच्छा तो अटक गए, तो अभी गाना गा लेंगे, चलो लेट अस फिनिश अवर सॉन्ग. एंड देन वंस यू सिंग, देन यू वांट टू सिंग द सेकंड सॉन्ग. ये देखिए साइकोलॉजी, ये साइकोलॉजी देखिए आप. पहले गाने के लिए इतना आपको कैजुअल करना पड़ा, इतना आपको मनाना पड़ा, बनाना पड़ा, और आप गाए. और फिर उसके बाद आप क्या बोल रहे हैं, सर आई वुड लाइक टू सिंग वन मोर सॉन्ग ऑफ रफ़ी साहब. एंड देन आफ्टर द रफ़ी साहब विल से सर आई कैन एक्चुअली सिंग वन किशोर कुमार सॉन्ग ऑल्सो. तो आपको माइक छोड़ना नहीं है. अभी माइक पकड़ लिया तो छोड़ेंगे नहीं, लेकिन पकड़ने में इतना जो है ना हेजिटेशन. सो दैट हेजिटेशन वी विल रिमूव, बिकॉज हाउ कैन वी रिमूव दैट हेजिटेशन. ये आपको सोचना पड़ेगा कि आप औरों के लिए नहीं गा रहे हैं, अपने आप के लिए गा रहे हैं. आपका जो सोल है, सोल अंदर, सोल है ना, हृदय के अंदर है वो सोल उसके लिए गा रहे हैं आप. यू आर सिंगिंग फॉर योर सोल, यू आर सिंगिंग फॉर योर सोल सेटिस्फैक्शन, एंड SOLE satisfaction, and also SOUL satisfaction. Isn't it? Just think about it. Why are you singing? You want to please somebody? अभी इस उम्र में किसको सर आप प्लीज करने वाले हैं? 60 साल तो हो गए आपको. At the age of 60, whom do we want to impress? Nobody. We want to impress ourselves कि मुझसे हो सकता है, ये मैं गा सकता हूँ यार. Okay, we may not be able to sing Baiju Bawra, but we can sing very simple songs, right? So I have written some notes saying that K.S. Chitra, who is called as the Chinnakuil of South, she is like a bird, swan bird of South, she has said that music is actually a meditation, is a form of meditation. So instead of chanting Om or whatever is your favorite God's name, if you sing a song and completely involve yourself into the lyrics, into the music, into the soul of the song, then that is also meditation. That is a phenomenal de-stressor. It can de-stress you from all your problems and mental worries. अकेला अभी बैठ के गा गए, जो भी गाना आपको गाना था, जो भी है, it may be a sad song, it may be a happy song, it can be a lullaby, it can be a lori, it can be anything, right? आ चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले, जहाँ गम भी न हो, आंसू भी न हो, बस प्यार ही प्यार पले। एक ऐसे गगन के तले, एक ऐसे गगन के तले, एक ऐसे गगन के तले. Can be any song. You don't have to have karaoke. Sir? आप बोल रहे थे कुछ? अरे अच्छा.
Please sing only. You know, we don't hear Hindi. We know everything what you're talking about. But please sing. We are waiting for you to sing something good. That's the way we made our evening. Otherwise, it's becoming a problem.
No. But yeah. So that is the last.
We have understood your requirement. Now you kindly sing some song, so we'll be happy. And that
sir, we will sing. Sir, we will sing.
Sure. Sorry, don't
may I know who is speaking? May I know who is speaking actually? I am not.
Yeah, I'm Jagmohan Sani here from Delhi.
अच्छा हाँ, सैनी साहब ऐसा है सैनी साहब ऐसा है, सिंगिंग तो हमको करने ही वाले हैं सर, सिंगिंग तो करना ही करना है, बट द पॉइंट इज मेरा भी कुछ ऑब्जेक्टिव्स है ना प्रोग्राम में, मुझे भी सर्टन सिलेबस जो है यानी सब्जेक्ट जो है कवर करना है ना सर, तो हम ज़रूर गाएंगे, लेकिन इसका जो इंट्रोडक्शन है, जो प्राइमिंग हो रहा है प्रोग्राम का, so that is where the first session is always spent on, and people have appreciated the first session better than all the other sessions, because बाकी sessions में there will be technicalities कि आपको कैसे गाना है, कैसे श्वास लेना है, what Lata Mangeshkar has said, what Shan has said, etc. and all of that we'll discuss, that we'll show that video also. But the point is step by step जाना पड़ता है सर, ये that's what I said. So the last क्या बोलते हैं उसको, disclaimer is actually came from the first season also, कि the title of the program is A to Z of karaoke singing. So there were a few questions कि GD शर्मा साहब आप A to Z गाने जो हैं, यानी A होगा a song starting with आप, okay, आने से उसके आए बाहर or whatever, right, and Z can be जिंदगी का सफ़र, तो आप A to Z गाना गाने वाले हैं क्या? So that was also the question. So I said नहीं, मैं तो नहीं गाने वाला हूँ, मैं तो डेमो करने वाला हूँ, to tell you how to sing and things like that. So Saini साहब, you may be in for a bit of a disappointment initially, let me qualify that, कि ऐसा नहीं है कि हम सीधा साधा straight away गाना शुरू करते हैं, म्यूज़िक डाल देते हैं, चल शुरू हो जा, लगा थप्पड़, that's not going to happen actually. But your point is well taken. गाना तो गाएंगे, ज़रूर गाएंगे, गाना ज़रूर गाएंगे, प्रोग्राम तो गाने का ही है ना. Okay, so let me tell you the first rule, which I am very famous for saying that. Now, the first rule of A to Z of karaoke singing is that while I said everybody can sing a song, let me give you the first rule, GD Sharma's first rule, and I am quite clear and convinced about it. The first rule is that your most favorite song will not be the song which you can sing. First rule. तो कोई प्रोग्राम में when there is a birthday function, when there is a whatever संगीत or whatever ना, तो lot of us say अरे यार अनिल जी गाइए, रमाकांत जी गाइए ना एक गाना, चलो हो जाए. तो what does he do? तो he chooses, not Ramakant, anybody for that matter, he chooses the toughest of the song, because then that is like, not to impress, but that is his favorite song. And I have always been famous for quoting this. Pucho na kaise maine rain bitaye. My God. You think it is an easy song? I apologize, I don't think so. Right? And so they get stuck somewhere, and then sometimes let me use the word we because I can't tell about you, we make a fool of ourselves. So my favorite song are so many. It could be Baiju Bauras. Oh Duniya Ke Rakhwale is my favorite song. Now that doesn't mean that I am going to sing that or that I can sing that song. Not me. I can't disqualify you, but not me, sir. Nahi, kabhi nahi. Maaf. ठीक है ना? But I can sing a song which is in my range. So what are we going to talk about in this A to Z of karaoke singing? Choose songs which are in your range. Choose songs which are in your range, right? So that is the first rule which you must always remember, please. Okay. And we need not necessarily know the ragas of any particular song. We need to only understand the soul of that song. कि कोई राग पे बेस किया गया है, ठीक है, that's okay, but then it could be Yaman, it could be whatever, right? But then let us learn the song by listening to it and trying to sing that song. That is the purpose of this program as well. So we have all seen or been to orchestras. We have been to orchestra. So why I am going to talk about orchestra is because the main difference between karaoke is the orchestra. Karaoke is mobile orchestra or portable orchestra, right? We will come to the definition of karaoke and all later on. But what is a karaoke? It is an orchestra which is on an MP4 track or on an MP3 track. MP3 is audio, MP4 is video, right? तो उस track में जो है, that is the music, the original music which S.D. Burman or whoever has composed. And what is not there in that karaoke? It is the voice of the singer. It could be K.L. Saigal, it could be Talat Mahmood, it could be anybody, right? So that is what makes a karaoke, and therefore we can insert our voice and sing karaoke singing. That is what is karaoke singing. So a typical song has got orchestration, यानी background music जो है, composition जो है the music director का, so that it comprises of several instruments, right? So broadly they say that an orchestra comprises of 5 sections. Any orchestra, large orchestra, Lakshmikant Pyarelal ji ka jo hai, ya fir Kalyan ji Anand ji ka Babla and his orchestra in Bombay, his younger brother, third brother was Babla and his orchestra had, when you see that you will find 5 different sections. So the first section is the brass, which is the metal section as they call it. The second is the percussion. It could be tabla, it could be a dholak, it could be a kanjira, it could be a drum, it could be a pad or whatever. And then there are woodwind instruments like the flute and the all that, wherever the breath has to go through, the air has to go through and come out. It could be a flute, it could be a saxophone, or it could be any such instrument where they try to play with the sound of the air that comes through that instrument. And then there are strings. There are different types of guitars. There are Hawaiian guitars, there are Spanish guitars, there is a bass guitar, there is an electric guitar, and so on and so forth, right? And then there is also the keyboard section, which is a large instrument or the keyboard that they have, a Yamaha or a Korg, or it could be Yamaha or whatever, a big instrument where they play all the instruments. Actually a keyboard is enough to play all the instruments in an orchestra where you don't have all the instruments playing. So you can reproduce any kind of instrument in a keyboard, but a keyboard is necessary to synthesize the whole output of all the instruments and so on. And then normally there would be an orchestra conductor who will conduct and play the different sections, and then the singer will take off with his song, etc. So there are a lot of different types of instruments. You would have heard of the saxophone, you would have heard of the congo or the bongos. You would have heard of accordion, which is used largely by Shankar Jaikishan in his music Avara Hoon, etc., etc. And then of course later on, people like R.D. Burman came along, and they started even using a comb which you're using to comb your hair. They started using ordinary dabbas, ordinary kind of day-to-day kind of articles. They started using it. Could be 2 wine glasses that you saw in Chura Liya Hai Tumne, that song, etc. So all these are different types of making the music, and then the composition puts the song into the particular sequence or a grammar, etc. So broadly speaking, the orchestra singing requires a lot of practice, like in every karaoke also, but it requires a lot of application. It requires coordination between the singer and the orchestra, and it also requires proficiency by the singer. So the 3 P's are proficiency, preparation and practice for an orchestra singing, right? And for example, Prakash Singh ji, who is present here, he sings every month. He has a program in Khalsa College in Bombay where he practices or helps people to practice to sing with orchestra. So that is also
every week,
a separate, every week, and it's on a Sunday morning and things like that. So it's a fantastic program, and so it's really a effort to sing with orchestra. But singing with karaoke is an altogether different experience and a challenge, which we will talk about when the time comes for us to talk about it, how to sing on karaoke, etc. Karaoke was earlier called as sing-along. In India, it was called sing-along. So I was the first one probably in Chennai to get a sing-along kit. I imported it from Malaysia and Dubai, and we used to do programs on sing-along. And there used to be a name called Persang, which is still there today, but Persang is the original maker of sing-along kits, and that was very popular in those days. Today, of course, there are a lot of other ways to do it, right? So what are the 4 elements of a song? This is a very basic funda kind of a thing. There is always going to be a timing, or what is called as a tal, or it is also called as a rhythm, right? So there also always has to be a kind of a measure or a timing for any song, right? So as I sang the Aachal ke tujhe, that also has got a soft kind of a steady beat, right? आंचल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले. So that's a particular beat. Or it could be डम डम डिगा डिगा मौसम भिगा भिगा बिन पिए मैं तो गिरा मैं तो गिरा मैं तो गिरा हाय अल्लाह सूरत आपकी सुभान अल्लाह हाय अल्लाह सूरत आपकी सुभान अल्लाह. Right? So there could be a fast beat, there could be a 1.5 beat for which R.D. Burman was very famous. Like for example, songs like Kuch To Log Kahenge, they always used a very, very difficult. In fact, that is why the track also is not available today. Because those kind of 1.5 to 2.5 kind of beats are all very, very uncommon, and that was actually pioneered by R.D. Burman in India, in the Indian film music industry. So ताल is a fundamental thing, because आप ताल के साथ अगर नहीं गाए तो anybody can find out. Anybody can find out, right? They will say अरे यार वो ताल मिस हो गया उसका, ये क्या गाना गा रहा है, etc. etc. The second is the rag or the lay, as we call it, right? Or it is also called as the dhun or the melody, right? So some of them are based on a song which is, or a rag which is for sad songs, right? सारंगा तेरी याद में नैन हुए बेचैन हो सारंगा तेरी याद में नैन हुए बेचैन मधुर मिलन बिना दिन कटते नहीं जैन दिन कटते नहीं रैन oh sara. So this is a rag, let's not get into the which raga, etc., but it's a rag, right? So it makes you feel a little sad, it feels you feel a little melancholic, etc. Or there could be bhavre ki gunjan hai mera dil कब से संभाले रखा है दिल तेरे लिए तेरे लिए तेरे लिए Tere liye. Now it's a very romantic, so it's a different kind of a mood also it creates. So the raga or the lay or the rhythm or the melody of the song creates the mood, right? So you either laugh or you sing, or you laugh and sing, or you become very sad and sing, etc. So it also has a lot of bhav in it, etc. and things like that. Then there is of course the most important thing, which is a scale. Suppose I sing Bhavre ki gunjan hai mera dil. I might be comfortable, but you will not be comfortable. Sir, ये तो क्या गा रहे हैं आप? ये तो नहीं है sir. This is not the scale. The scale is Bhavre ki gunjan hai mera dil. That also could be high for me. So Bhavre ki gunjan hai mera dil. That is the scale which I might be comfortable with. So I might choose to sing at that scale. That could be the original, that could be something like -1 point between the original and the scale at which you sing, right? So that is the 7 scales, or the pitch as they call it, right? So sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, and sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. So that's how it is. So saranga is at sa. Saranga teri yaad mein. So that's it, right? Let's say, or as I said, Bhavre ki gunjan. No, that's at a certain particular level. Or it could be Aapne yaad dilaya to mujhe yaad aaya. So that is at a certain comfort level of a scale for me. For somebody else it could be, अरे ये तो कोई बात ही नहीं है, हम तो गा में गाते हैं, etc., etc., right? So sari gama padhanisa is a very important levels at which one should sing. We also have that range, but it could be a little restrained in our case. In the case of Muhammad Rafi, it could be that way. Sari gama padhanisa could be this way, right? For Mahendra Kapoor, it could be, well, I can't show it also, it could be that much. It could be वहाँ पे, I mean, पता नहीं वो कैसे गाते हैं, बाप रे, right? It's a God's gift, right? Or it could be Mukesh, which could be this much, whatever, right? Mukesh का भी काफ़ी ऐसे गाने हैं जहाँ पे, you know, the high notes are very high, actually, very very high, right? लौट के आ, next level. लौट के आ, next level. लौट के आजा मेरे मीत, लौट के आजा मेरे मीत, तुझे मेरे गीत बुलाते हैं. Again high. मेरा सूना पड़ा रे संगीत, मेरा सूना पड़ा रे संगीत, तुझे मेरे गीत बुलाते हैं. टिंग 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 टिंग. लौट के आजा मेरे मीत. It's a complicated song. It is not a very simple song at all. It's a complicated song, right? So that is a pitch, or the sur, or the scale as we call it, right? And the fourth one, जो यहाँ से अंदर से जो आता है, जो हृदय से जो आता है, जो दिल से जो आता है, which is the bhav, right? The expression, which you can see Muhammad Rafi Saab, I mean, doing his expression, my God, you know. And then Kashmiri Ki Kali का जो गाना है वो saxophone के साथ, I mean, they're all, I mean, completely he lives. So what has Lata Mangeshkar and Muhammad Rafi said about the lyrics to bring out the bhav? Lata Mangeshkar says that the lyrics is the one which gives me the life to sing. What has she said? Lyrics is the one which gives me the life to sing, because lyrics will tell me how much of bhav to put into the song. कितना जो life है, जीव जो है, वो गाने के अंदर डालना चाहिए, ठीक है ना? And then what has Muhammad Rafi Saab has said about lyrics? He said, I go through the lyrics hundreds of times to understand what is in the mind of the poet, what is in the mind of the lyricist. जिन्होंने ये गाना लिखा, जिन्होंने ये जो क्या बोलते हैं, I mean, what wording some of these songs, isn't it? हमने देखी है उन आँखों की महकती खुशबू, I mean, आँखों की महकती खुशबू कैसा हो सकता है सर? हाँ, टुडे इन दीज डेज ऑफ मास्क एंड अदर थिंग्स क्या क्या खुशबू आ सकता है बोलिए? और हमने देखी है उन आँखों की महकती खुशबू. आई हैव ऑलवेज बीन वंडरिंग, ऐसा कैसा हो सकता है? I mean, कैसे कोई ऐसा कैसा लिख सकता है? क्यों लिख सकता है? कैसे लिख सकता है? कैसे लिखा होगा? एंड वॉट वुड हैव गॉन इनटू हिज माइंड, हिज soul to sing, to write like that. And there are hundreds and hundreds of songs and lyricists. Sahir Ludhianvi Saab ho ya Majru Sultanpuri ho, I mean, you can't, you have to cry only. When you start talking about them, you have to cry. नहीं तो हमसे तो जो भाव तो निकल नहीं सकता वो, हमको तो रोना ही पड़ता है, ठीक है ना? So there is also a different type of looking at a song, that there is introduction, there is body and there is conclusion. यानी इंट्रोडक्शन को हम बोलते हैं मुखड़ा, एंड बॉडी जो है, बॉडी एक पैराग्राफ हो सकता है, 2 स्टैंजा हो सकता है, 3 अंतरा हो सकता है, 5 अंतरा हो सकता है, 6 अंतरा हो सकता है. गाड़ी बुला रही है, पॉसिबली 6 अंतराज, राइट? एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स मोस्ट ऑफ द सॉन्ग्स आर 2 अंतराज और मैक्सिमम 3 अंतराज, राइट? एंड सम ऑफ दीज सॉन्ग्स, द सेकेंड अंतरा, O.P. Nayyar and Khayyam साहब had this speciality कि दो बीच का जो अंतरा में जो the rag will be different. For example, in this song, कभी किसी को मुकम्मल, कैसा जाता है वो गाना रमाकांत जी?
कभी किसी को मुकम्मल जहाँ नहीं
मिलता, ठीक है ना? उसमें बीच का जो अंतरा है, इट इज सडनली वेरी स्लो. बुझा है कि नहीं? बुझा है कैसे चराग, I mean, fantastic. I mean, suddenly the music will slow down, the scale will come down. In the BGM also you will find that after the first antara, the BGM will come down in terms of scale, and then there will be a change of scale. So what is an antara? Antaras are the different stanzas. The antaras are the different stanzas, right? In Carnatic music, for example, they say Pallavi, Anupallavi and Charanam, etc., right? There are different wordings they use. And then in classical music, they say Sthai, Ucha Sthai and Nimna Sthai, or Neech Sthai, higher scale, lower scale, Ucha Sthai, Nimna Sthai, etc. So different technicalities are there. But apne liye what we have to learn is that there will be introductory music, which is BGM. We may call it as prelude to the song itself, like Avara Hu, full music will be going on, then only Avara Hu will start. So Avara Hu is the mukhda, which is the mukhda means what? Face of the song. जो face जो है, face is the index of the mind जो बोलते हैं human beings के लिए ना. तो the same thing, मुखड़ा अगर हम सुन ले तो गाना का जो क्या बोलते हैं उसको, उसका जो मूड है वो बन जाता है. गाने का जो मूड है वो समझ जाते हैं हम लोग, ठीक है ना? सो मुखड़ा विल टेल अस अबाउट द सॉन्ग, बट द बॉडी ऑफ द सॉन्ग विल टेल अस अबाउट द सोल ऑफ द सॉन्ग. Body of the song will tell us about the soul of the song, because the real essence of the song is in the antaras, the first, second and the third or the fourth antaras, right? जिंदगी भर नहीं भूलेगी ये बरसात की रात, वो बरसात की रात. 4 paragraphs, all the 4 paragraphs different ragas. Khayyam Saab, O.P. Nayyar Saab, sorry, right? So different songs have different structures and different type of composition, but all of them fit into a broad formula. All of them fit into a broad formula. There will be a prelude, यानी music, उसके बाद मुखड़ा होगा. Then again there will be interlude, यानी BGM का जो music है, to help you to reach the first antara. Then there will be first antara. Then again there will be interlude or BGM as we call it. Then the second antara, and then finally the आखिरी मुखड़ा यानी अंतिम मुखड़ा जो बोलते हैं और एंड मुखड़ा जो बोलते हैं और अगेन मुखड़ा ऑफ द सॉन्ग विच इज़ द कंक्लूजन ऑफ द सॉन्ग विच इज़ टू टेपर ऑफ द सॉन्ग एंड इट विल स्लो आउट स्लोली taper off. That is how these Hindi film songs, most of the other film songs are all of this same type of songs actually. Right? For example, I have always mentioned, like Suhani Raat Dhal Chuki. Now, just imagine what a mood it creates, right? Isn't it? Suhani Raat Dhal Chuki, Na jane tum kab आओगे, ना जाने तुम कब आओगे, सुहानी रात ढल चुकी, ना जाने तुम कब आओगे. So this sets the mood. It has got a certain raga inside it. It has got a certain prelude. उसके बाद जो the मुखड़ा start, सुहानी रात ढल चुकी, and then there is an interlude which is a BGM, and then you will again start the first antara and then the second antara. Again here also the first antara is different, second antara is different. Again O.P. Nair, Naushad साहब का जो कमाल है, always, and he is therefore he always challenges amateur singers like us, because first paragraph में जो राग था या ट्यून था, that is not the one in the second one, so we have to be very alert, right? Anyway, so that is the long and short of all these different types of songs. Now so the singers, so who are the players in a song? Who are the producers of a song? The producers of the song is a lyricist, the music director, because then he has to put the wordings into a song sequence or a song structure. Then there is a person who will put the life into the song, and that is a singer. And then of course there is a situation or the director who says नहीं ऐसा ये situation जो फिल्म में ऐसा नहीं है तो आपको ऐसा गाना पड़ेगा या फिर आपको ऐसा नहीं गाना पड़ेगा. This is not how you should sing the song. This is how the song is going to be picturized. So he will tell the situation. So the director, the lyricist, the singer, and the music director are the four gems. I'm telling you, they put together this magic called as a Hindi film song. Right? Now there are different types of songs. So let me also do some little quick demos and things like that. And for example, there are songs like, for example, तुम बिन जाऊं कहाँ, तुम बिन जाऊं कहाँ के दुनिया में आके. This is Mohammad Rafi style of singing. के दुनिया में आके. That is Mohammad Rafi's happy romantic तुम बिन. Then there is Kishore Kumar sad तुम बिन, right, which was picturized differently, right. तुम बिन जाऊं कहाँ के दुनिया में आके, कुछ न फिर चाह कभी तुमको चाह के. So that is a Kishore Kumar style of singing. उनका जो touch है, उनका जो feel है, that is different, right. And then there was a third picturization of the same song sung by Rafi Saab, but picturized with a dramatic twist in the movie, because the mother is able to hear the song and say, ये तो मेरा लड़का है, my lost son, right. So she is sitting in that house as a servant. So the same song can be picturized three times differently, sung three times differently, and picturized three times differently. So that is the beauty of, or for example, Chanda O Chanda, for example, Lata Mangeshkar version and Kishore Kumar version, right. So then there are songs like, for example, Lata ji's song in Guide, आज फिर जीने की तमन्ना है, कांटों से सींच के ये आंचल. It starts like that, but then everybody knows this song as आज फिर जीने की तमन्ना है, आज फिर जीने की तमन्ना है, टडरडन टडन टंग, आज फिर जीने की तमन्ना है. What a song, what a song. Picturized on a lorry with a lot of haystack. Arey, just imagine what a gay abandon with which Wahida Rahman sings, right. It is a favorite song of many of the actresses actually. though it was picturized on Wahida Rahman herself. And then of course Lag Ja Gale and all that from Wo Kaun Thi. I mean Lag Ja Gale is like Saregama Caravan ka jo title song hi hui hai, when they sing Caravan, that instrument like a transistor, right? In the sale advertisement, they only put that Lag Ja Gale. Okay, fine. So those are all the kinds of various songs. And then there are songs like, for example, Ek Pyar Ka Nagma hai, jahan pe the violin is a key player in the song, right? Or for example, like I mentioned in Kashmir Ki Kali, right, that song, Hai duniya usi ki, zamana usi ka. And what comes along with that song continuously up to the end? Only one instrument, saxophone. Na ra 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 ra. He plays on the saxophone. Again he starts, and again there the Naushad Saab's complication is there. First paragraph, one particular type of raga. The second paragraph, a completely different type of raga, and the third paragraph again the same thing. And then of course there are songs where piano plays the main instrument, for example from the film Kati Patang, or things like that, or accordion, for example, Masti bhara hai sama, hum tum hai dono yahan. Fantastic. And only accordion will be playing. And accordion only will be going up and down, and phenomenal orchestration in that song. Absolutely. And then of course there are songs like from Ram Aur Sham, Aaj Ki Raat. What is the starting, Ramakant ji? Aaj Ki Raat में कैसे वो मुखड़ा कैसे करते हैं रफी साहब?
Which song?
Aaj Ki Raat from Ram Aur Sham. आज की रात मेरे, पहले क्या आता है, उसके पहले क्या आता है? the prelude जो बोलते हैं ना, जो मुखड़ा जो है, actually that is the real मुखड़ा. Okay, we'll come back to that. And then of course
बड़े high note पे है,
exactly,
high note पे है.
Exactly. Anybody from the audience? Quiz program. Anybody from the audience?
एकदम स्लिप कर गया, मेरे मुंह पे आया.
मैं भी स्लिप हो जाता है कभी, इवन सिंस वी आर ऑन लाइव प्रोग्राम. हाँ, क्योंकि हम लाइव प्रोग्राम में हैं, कभी होता है. करेक्ट. Okay, so that is the different types of songs, etc. There are वर्डिंग क्या है? It's a quiz program. ठीक है, okay. Right, we'll come back to that. Okay. So then there are different themes for songs, Pyar, Dil, Barsat, Aankhein, and so many things, right? So we all love some of those songs. Sometimes we even have competitions based on, in fact the seniors today ka jo seniors have talent jo competition hai, now they have started basing it on themes. It could be Barsat, or it could be Kalyan Ji Anand Ji, or it could be Khayyam, or it could be O.P. Nayyar, or things like that, or it could be just Dosti, or Pyar, Mohabbat, Zindagi, and things like that, right? So there are also different types of things. हाँ, तो ये गाना ऐसा है, for example, it might look like आज की रात is fine. ये रात जैसे दुल्हन बन गई चरागों से, करूँगा मैं दिल के दाओं से, टिंग 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 टंग टंग टिंग, राइट? सो आज की रात मेरे दिल की सलामी ले ले, दिल की सलामी ले ले, कल तेरे बज़्म से दीवाना चला जाएगा, शम्मा रह जाएगा, परवाना चला जाएगा, आज की रात मेरे. Right? So it's a very, very tough song, very, very tough song, right? There are beautiful tracks available online about this for the song, and it's a wonderful track. There are wonderful tracks are available. But the question is it within your range? So these are some of the immediate do's and don'ts that we need to remember. Okay? So what I would like to end by saying is that if we can keep or identify at least 2 songs which are within your range. So what we will do is in the next session, we will just sing the first Mukhda part of the song. Some of you who can volunteer. Some of you who can volunteer can just sing the Mukhda part. Okay? So with that we will end and we will come to the end of the first session. But I will now request Archana ji to share the screen and show you how people like you and me have sung without karaoke tracks. Without karaoke track, because that is the first lesson for all of us. Let us not bother about what is karaoke, kaise gaate hain, etc. Let us learn to sing the song raw, unplugged version as they call it, right? Sing without the karaoke, learn to sing the song with your family members, gain confidence, ask them to give you feedback, and then we can present it in the next Thursday session. So Archana ji, with that sharing of that screen by Archana ji, we will close, except for 1 or 2 comments by Prajna Dalal has raised her hand. Maybe 1 or 2 just quick feedback if you can give, then we will go for the video. And from next session onwards, we will also have some more demos by participants as well as by me. I will also come with my karaoke tracks and we will do some Mukhda demos. Okay? So that is a promise and that we will keep up for the next session. Yeah, Prajna, before we go to the video, can you quickly ask your question? Or why did you raise your hand? Prajna ji? Okay, theek hai. So she is not there, I hope. It's okay. So Archana, can you just share the screen and we will close it. It's just about 2 or 3 minutes, right? That video. बहुत अच्छा गाया है ladies ने. They are all amateurs and beginners like you and me. They have sung very well. Archana ji, I will come out of my pin so that.
Yes, sir. I'm sharing the screen.
Yeah. Please do that. Yeah, good. Yeah. So all of us can watch this. This lady sings very well, so don't go by that. ऑडियो सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है. अर्चना जी ऑडियो okay. Oh, that's why you also said we can test it out. नहीं सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है. So just close it and come again. Close it and come back again. Or we will even show it to the next scheme. Archana ji, just close the screen, again do the share screening. I hope it will work. Yeah, you have to actually, come back again. You close the screen and restart. That will be better. Share screen आप बंद करके you can come back and try once more. Archana ji, it's okay. Audio is not possible, looks like. So we'll close it. We'll do a test next time and then do it. Because otherwise you can close and come again.
Can you hear the music sound?
No, madam, no. Others can't also hear, isn't it? Can somebody just volunteer? Are you able to hear?
No, sir.
No, it's not audible. Yeah, it's not audible.
Now?
It's not audible.
Not audible.
Not audible, madam. Yeah.
I tried, but it is not.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So next time, next Thursday, we will start with this video. Okay? That's a promise. Okay. Yeah. Sure. So good. Thank you very much. Slightly exceeded the time, but yeah, I guess the introduction sessions are always like that. But this is the structure. I mean, as I said, the first 4 sessions will be like this. We will talk a little technicalities, because that is to understand how to sing on karaoke, etc. And then we will get along with the demo sessions. So thank you for all your patience and participation. And we will close with this. Thank you for your attendance as well. And have a nice day and have a nice week ahead. Next Thursday, same time, we'll meet. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.